works?
Because YouTube only wants 15-minute things. So like on there you'll see video 1 of this, video 2, video 3. It takes forever to upload. Forever.
So 15 minutes.
Yeah, this will take, uploading all this stuff will take 2 hours. Because the video is so, it's clear, you know, and just uploading it takes forever. So it probably might not even be up there until tomorrow or 2 days from now. Alright, Martin versus Hunters, they say. This one is about, remember in the Treaty of Paris? Treaty of Paris, where we were not allowed to take all the loyalist stuff, their holdings, remember that?
Yeah.
Well, in Virginia,
What was it?
Hunters, they say L-E-S-S-E-E. Lisi, we say. But you'll remember how that we were not supposed to take the loyalist crap, right? They were supposed to have it themselves. Well, Virginia decided to ignore that, and they said, we decide we are not going to follow part of the Treaty of Paris. Who entered into the Treaty of Paris? Britain and who? The United States did. Did Britain sign a separate treaty with Maryland and Virginia and North Carolina and South Carolina and Massachusetts and Connecticut?
No.
One document. So can Virginia make a decision to scrap part of a document signed by America? No. So Virginia couldn't do this. So who becomes stronger in this decision? Federal government or states? What? Federal government does. Virginia can't do it. Alright, McCullough versus Maryland. Alright, by the way, I'm going to have we have an essay question where all of these questions are going to be dealt with. It's a question about just court cases in general. Okay, I have been good enough for you to draw both Maryland and the bus. Alright? This rectangle, as you know, is Maryland. Clearly, the rectangle is Maryland. This bus, with this little guy who's going, toot, that is the bus. Alright? In McCullough versus Maryland, as I had said before, the bus had branches in every state, right? It wasn't like there was one big giant bank that you walked into. They had branches like every other bank. And Maryland was actually taxing the bus in Maryland, taxing the branch in Maryland. So 2 questions come out of this. Number 1 is, for once and for all, is the bus constitutional? And can a state government tax a federal institution? So, what do you think? That's my, what do you think, dance. So, Ashley.
They all look the same. They're nice.
They're nice, but
I think they all look
Thank you, Sadie. In this, is Marshall going to think that the bus is constitutional or not?
Mayor?
Yes.
Of course he is. And what's he going to use as his justification? Elastic clause, right? A loose interpretation, a loose construction. Very good. Alright. So then, that deals with, is the bus constitutional? Marshall says yes, because of the elastic clause. Next question, and you get a double fist pound, although last year if you had my class we talked about this. Can Maryland tax the bus? Yes or no, and why? Alexis?
Let me think of a why.
What's the answer? Yes or no?
Well, no.
No, because obviously Marshall is not going to say that
Because it would give states power over the federal government in
It was a
areas.
federal.
as they say in Italy, invidioso. Alright, and why? You haven't told me why yet, homie. What? What part of the Constitution are they going to use the justification?
Oh,
Very good.
yeah.
you get 1%.
The Supremacy Clause. It is, listen, what does the Supremacy Clause say? What's it say?
The Constitution is the supreme law of the land.
And so it is implied, they use what's said with the implied power. What's it mean to imply something?
You don't really say it, but it's understood.
It's understood, right? That if in the Constitution it says is that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, well, if the Constitution is federal and that's the supreme law of the land, wouldn't that inherently make the federal government more powerful than the states?
Yes.
So they use the supremacy clause. So you can have a bus, and no, Maryland can't tax the bus, because as John Marshall wrote, the power to tax is the power to destroy. And the federal government is not to be taxed by the states.
That way only the federal government can destroy everyone.
That's right. Well, no, the states can destroy, just destroy the lesser beings, right? The local governments. All right, which one's next? Ooh, Dartmouth College versus Woodward. That's Dartmouth College versus Woodward if you can't read it on your...
The Baptist founded this thing.
Do what?
Baptist founded Dartmouth.
Oh, Dartmouth is Baptist, is it?
Yeah.
I can't make any anti-Baptist slurs now that I'm going to be on YouTube, so I love Baptists.
Good, lovely.
My wife is Baptist, so I guess at some level I have to at least
Acknowledge it.
acknowledge its existence. I got married in a Baptist church.
Really?
Yeah, by my best friend's dad, who was a Protestant minister. It's a very Protestant wedding, except we had bagpipes. It was awesome.
Did you wear a kilt?
I didn't. I wish I did. Although I did wear something really cool. I had a long coat and an ascot, and it was striped. I had a morning coat with striped. It was kind of awesome. It was real
Like
British.
what Fred on Scooby wears?
Yes.
Not like Fred. Like, have you ever seen Full Weddings and a Funeral? It's an awesome movie if you haven't seen it. It's really funny. Anyway, it's like that. It was really him, alright? Not like Fred.
Back in the day, it was.
No, it's classic. It's classic. It's like Keeneland dress, right? It's classic.
See right here.
No, it's not 1974. Alright, we're stopping talking about this because I don't like any of you. So you keep your mouth shut. Alright, in Woodward versus Baptistville, in Dartmouth College, in the time of the colonial era, that's when Dartmouth is way older than America, right? And King George actually chartered Dartmouth College. It was a royal charter. It was a private school. New Hampshire, which is where Dartmouth is, wanted to make it into public school. So the question is, can a state of New Hampshire violate or change a charter even if the charter was before America was founded? What do you think John Marshall's going to say?
Nah.
Yes.
State
No,
can't
this is
change
giving them a
charters.
State can't change charters,
But
right?
Federal government.
Federal government can. A state does not have power to remove private aspect of a college. Essentially, it separated the idea of states ruling businesses, right? Because a charter is essentially a business agreement, like a contract, and states have less power over businesses. States have some power, especially today, over businesses, but the federal government has considerably more regulation. All right, the next one. We only have two more to go. All right, it's Cohens versus Virginia. Can you see that?
No.
Slightly.
Cohens, C-O-H-E-N-S, versus Virginia.
Virginia.
Okay. Cohens sold lottery tickets. Thought we thought that lottery tickets are a relatively new thing. They are not.
Darn.
Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing, guys? All right, so Cohens sold lottery tickets, unfortunately, apparently. Right. That was a 20th century idea.
Give it back.
Right, we want it back.
Go on.
Go.
Turn off the YouTube thing. The